Seonamsa Temple is located under Jogesan Mountain in Seungju-읍, Suncheon시, Jeollanam-do. To the east of Jogesan Mountain is Seonamsa Temple, and to the west is Songgwangsa Temple. Seonamsa Temple is the place where Eucheon spread the Cheontae order, and Songgwangsa Temple is the place where Jinul spread the Jogae order. Seonamsa Temple was founded about 300 years after Songgwangsa Temple. Seonamsa Temple was greatly rebuilt in 1092 during the middle of the Goryeo dynasty when Eucheon stayed at Daegagam for 2 years. Afterwards, when the temple was almost burnt down during the war in 1597, it was partially renovated little by little and then rebuilt largely by Yakyu in 1698. The road to Seonamsa Temple is so beautiful that it even received the grand prize of National Beautiful Forest from the Korea Tourism Organization. The 15-minute unpaved road along the valley and the maple forest lets you feel the atmosphere of nature and refreshes your body and mind. Continuing up this road, the first rainbow bridge appears in the valley on the left. Then a second, larger rainbow bridge appears. Seungseon Bridge, which means the bridge where a Taoist hermit walked on, is said to be the most natural and elegant among the remaining rainbow bridges in Korea. The name Seonamsa comes from Shinseon Rock on the west side of the temple where Taoist hermits played Go. Gangseonlu also means a pavilion where the Taoist hermits play. After passing Gangseonlu and turning a corner, there is a pond called Samindang on the right side of the road. Currently under construction, there is no water. Seonamsa Temple is especially beautiful in spring with the largest number of trees and flowers among Korean temples. So, this temple is well known as a filming location for numerous movies. Iljumun Gate is located at the beginning of the temple area. Unusually, stone walls are slightly piled up on both sides of the gate. This gate was not damaged during the Japanese invasion of Korea in 1592 and the Manchu War of 1636, and it preserves the style of the Iljumun Gate of the Joseon dynasty. If you go up the stairs from Iljumun Gate, it will lead you straight to Beomjongru. If you go up the stairs under Beomjongru, you will see Manseru with a signboard reading Yukjo Gosa in front. In the Daeungjeon area, Simgeomdang, Manseru, and Seolseondang surround the yard. There are a pair of 3-story stone pagodas in the yard, and Daeungjeon is located behind them. The stone pagodas are all 4.7 meter tall and are similar in size and style. Daeungjeon Hall is presumed to have been built together with the founding of Seonamsa Temple in 875. But it was destroyed during the Japanese invasion of Korea in 1592, but was rebuilt in 1660 by 3 monks, and it was destroyed by fire in 1766 and rebuilt in 1824. Sakyamuni Buddha is enshrined in Taeungjeon Hall, and the painting behind it depicts the scene of Buddha Sakyamuni giving a sermon on Mountain Yeongchi, 8 bodhisattvas, 10 disciples, and 12 guardian deities. Simgomdang, located to the left of Taeungjeon Hall, looks single-story from the outside, but is actually two-story. The lower floor is where the monks live, and the upper floor is a storage space. Seolsamdang, facing Simgomdang, is also on the second floor. The lower floor is a monk's room, and the upper floor stores various items used in the temple. Across the streets behind Taeungjeon are Josadang, Buljojeon, and Palsangjeon side by side. Josadang is a building with portraits of China's 5 great masters, Monk Po and Monk Pyeonbyeon. Buljojeon was built in the late Joseon dynasty, and inside is enshrined a statue of Avalokitesvara and 53 wooden statues created by Great Master Hoam. Palsangjeon enshrines Palsang-do, which depicts Buddha's life in 8 scenes. If you enter the space between Buljojeon and Palsangjeon, you will find Wontonjeon, the most unique building in Seonamsa Temple. Wontonjeon is a T-shaped building with a protruding section in the middle of the front. It was first built in 1660 and was rebuilt by Great Master Hoam in 1698. Then it was rebuilt again in 1824 and continues to this day. Inside Wontonjeon, there is a statue of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, and a signboard reading Taebokjeon is hung above it. When King Jeongjo had no heir, Monk Duram prayed for an heir here, and Seonjo was born as if in answer to the prayer. Later, as a reward, Seonjo wrote a signboard reading Taebokjeon, which means fields of great fortune. If you enter the door with a signboard written Honam Jail Seonwon behind Wontonjeon, you will find the Eungjindang area. Eungjindang is a hall derived from Yeongsan-hwaesang, the sermon hall of Sakyamuni. In Jinyeongdang, on the left side of Eungjindang, there are portraits of the great monks who lived in Seonamsa Temple. Dalmajeon on the right side of Eungjindang is used as a yosache for monks to live and practice. If you enter the space next to Eungjindang, you will find a small Sangsingak. Inside the Sangsingak, there is not a Buddha statue, but a mountain spirit that appears in Korean folk beliefs. If you go around the yard next to Palsangjeon and Wontonjeon, you will find the entrance to Mujeon. Behind Mujeon, there is Gakwangjeon, located in the most remote parts of the temple. The original name of Gakwangjeon is Jangnukjeon. The name derives from the fact that the Buddha's body is called Jangnuk Kumsin. In Gakwangjeon Hall, there is an iron-seated statue of Buddha, which is said to have been created in 9th century during the unified Silla period. Seonamsa Temple can be divided into Daeungjeon area, Wontonjeon area, Eunjeondang area, and Mujeon area. Each area looks like a collection of small temples, and the roads dividing the area are friendly like the alleys of a rural village. Seonamsa Temple is famous for its many flowering trees, but among them, the apricot tree, designated as a natural monument, is the most famous. And there is the largest and most beautiful temple toilet in Korea, which is over 400 years old. Very rare at the time, the male and female compartments were split on either side. It is one of the buildings that did not burn during the Japanese invasion of Korea in 1592. When visiting Seonamsa Temple, there is one place that you must not miss, and that is Daegagam. If you go up along the beautiful forest road to Daegagam, on the left side of the road, there is a rock-carved standing statue of the Buddha from the Goryeo dynasty with a rock. If you continue to climb about 300 meters, you will see an old pavilion. If you pass under this pavilion and go up the stone steps, you will come to Daegagam. Daegagam is the place where Uicheon, who founded the Cheontae order to reform the Buddhist world, stayed when he rebuilt Seonamsa Temple. It would be very sad if we ended our exploration of Seonamsa Temple here. This is because there is 1,000 years of Buddha's road that goes from Seonamsa Temple to Songgwangsa Temple. It is a mountain road about 6 kilometers, but it is very beautiful. Preserving the spirit of Uicheon, Seonamsa Temple has a history as deep as its beauty.